Coming from the position we had finished the flirt in, we now could immediately dance the change of hand and places. The lead of the gentleman is important here. With his right hand, he grasps the lady's right hand and changes it back into his left hand behind his back. The gentleman steps first move towards the lady and then back away from the lady. He dances a back on the spot, side, close side, and side, close side. The whole figure is turned 180 degrees in the room. The lady begins with her backwards part, walks up to the gentleman and then back away from the gentleman. She dances her back on the spot, now towards the gentleman, her side, close side, and to the side, a side, close side. She too turns 180 degrees in the room. And now dance twice in regular speed. We now add the newly learned figure to the change of place from right to left. The lady turns under the arm and then immediately follows the change of hand and place. Here dance twice, and then the change of place back. Now already comes one of the more demanding figures, the so-called stop and go. The lead of the gentleman is important here. Early enough the gentleman lays his hand on the back of the lady to signal her that she shall dance the stop and go. He dances back on the spot, rock step, stops the lady and then leads her into her chassé forward. Beginning with the left foot, the gentleman dances his back on the spot, followed by his chassé, and then his forward on the spot, and then again a chassé. The lady begins with her right foot backwards, turns under the arm of the gentleman, is stopped, and then goes back to her starting position. She dances her back on the spot, rock step, her back on the spot, and the rock step back. And now the whole figure in regular speed. The stop and go may be used nearly everywhere. Here we show you a possible combination of basic stance, change of hand and place. The lady comes back and there follows the stop and go. Here we dance it twice for you, and then we come back into the starting position. An alternative combination of figures would be to dance the fall away and the flirt out of the basic stance. There follows the change of hand and place, the lady turns back, and then follows the stop and go. Then we go back into the starting position. And now we come to a figure called American Spin. Here it is important that the lady pushes herself away from the gentleman's left hand and then performs a complete turn. This may be danced on both hands. Here we dance the American Spin for you. In doing so, the gentleman dances his back on the spot, rock step on the spot, and rock step nearly on the spot, really small. Back on the spot, side close side, and side close side. The lady begins with her right foot set back, and she performs a whole turn on her right foot in the chassé. She dances her back on the spot, walks up to the gentleman, performs a complete turn over her right foot, and there follows her chassé to the left. And now in regular speed, the American spin on the left and on the right hand. Again, we have two possibilities to combine this new figure. First the basic stance, and then the change of place to and immediately throw. And finally our new figure, the American spin, which brings us back to the basic stance. In a longer alternative, we could add the American spin to the following figures. We begin with the follow-away. Then we have the flirt, and now the change of hand and place. Here danced twice. The lady comes back and we go into the stop and go. Again shown twice. And now follows the American spin on the left and on the right hand of the lady, and we go back and may start again. In doing so, the gentleman dances his back on the spot, rock step on the spot, and rock step nearly on the spot, really small. Back on the spot, side close side, and side close side. The lady begins with her right foot set back, and she performs a whole turn on her right foot in the chassé. She dances her back on the spot, walks up to the gentleman, performs a complete turn over her right foot, and there follows her chassé to the left.